Never mind me. Hello. Oh god, that was an uncomfortable noise. Actually, you know what? Why have someone's professional music playing when you can do it yourself? Just DIY your music. I should probably put on headphones, otherwise I'm not gonna hear what I'm playing. Okay. Nah. Oh, I know a song. Anyways, let's do the thing again where we give you the real music. Just to confirm that the audio is working because I haven't tested it yet. It is indeed. Hello and welcome. Let's just turn off the music. Hi. What is happening today? Well, except that the microphone is somewhat in the way. It's always in the way. Love coffee. I just love coffee. Something is really weird. Why is my keyboard so far to the left? Okay. Or maybe my mouse is too far to the right. No, I don't want to open that yet right now. There's a laptop there and it's kind of annoying and in the way. Okay, let's just like open code. VS Code oh no. Git switch main. Git pull. S. TiefDown project support. II dot. TiefDown project support can be gone for now. Okay. Git switch dash C feature. Yes, what is the feature called? Adding Markdown project conversion selection. Okay. I wanted to record as well. I want to make this a video. That coffee is gross. Let's just go into gosh darn it. Sun. Come on, stop. Nice start pressing against my button. Okay, so what are we doing today, dear friends? Well, today, dear friends, we're... Oh, I need to do that as well. Anyways, today, dear friends, we're changing our conversion logic because currently we have a convert command that takes a project, template, or profile. Don't like that at all. Kinda not cool. So, what I want... Oh, it knows what I want. Markdown project option string. Okay. What are you doing? God, I think... I was about to say, oh, the AI knows what I want, but it's just drunk. It doesn't know what I want, it's just drunk. Okay, so today we're going to look at converting our Markdown project separately. So currently, I have an issue. Actually, this has to be a vector of string, option vec string, and then there has to be use validity limiter num args 1 dot dot, and we need a comma here. I love Copilot. What did I want? I forgot. Right. When you say TiefDownConverter convert -p docs, we can say -t GitHub page documentation. But if we say that, it's going to convert the GitHub page documentation for every Markdown project. So if you look at the TiefDownConverter project docs Markdown list, we have the CLI docs, the lib docs, the man, and the index HTML. And if we say, and we have these documentation default profiles, the index HTML default profile, and if we just list the profiles, we can see we have the documentation that converts GitHub page documentation, index.html only converts GitHub page documentation, and man converts the man page and nothing else. So if we do say TiefDownConverter convert -p docs, it's going to convert the CLI docs first with the profile documentation. So these two PDF documents, the EPUB document and the GitHub page documentation, because the default profile is set here. It's going to do the same with the lib docs. Then it's going to convert the man with the man page template, because that's the only template here. And then it's going to convert the index.html with GitHub page documentation, because that's the only template in the index.html. So git restore docs. Now, the thing is, if we say TiefDownConverter convert -p docs -t GitHub page documentation, I would maybe only want to convert CLI docs, lib docs, and and the index.html Markdown projects. That's the word. And not the man Markdown project, because if you do this now, it's going to convert CLI docs, lib docs, man, and index.html. And as you can see, there's a new docs man index.html. And if you look at the docs man index.html, it's kind of a pain. I mean, it's actually, that's probably not the worst idea. I could have had have this an HTML as well, but I don't want it right now. Also, this is yeah, okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. I shouldn't have my browser open. Really shouldn't have my browser open. So I'm gonna delete the index.html file. And now the idea is to say Markdown project, and only say CLI docs, lib docs, and index.html. That is the idea, but we don't have that argument yet. So let's implement that. Let's just implement that. Markdown project to convert. If not provided, all Markdown projects will be converted. Thank you. Use value delimiter, long, short. The Markdown project to convert. Markdown project, option vec string. And then we go into main.rs. The convert command gets a new Markdown project. Simple enough. And then it's gonna say conversion convert. Oh my god, that's the project. Okay. Now you obviously don't have that yet, but I have to think about it. So Markdown project should be usable with profile, and Markdown project should be usable with templates. That's fine. Okay, cool. Now, I have to think about whether this is the way I want to do this. No, I don't think so. I don't think it is. I think I want a conversion. So let conversion queue equals conversion get queue. And instead of putting all this here, we're gonna put that in here. I don't like the naming. Get template project combination? No. get stuff to convert. Get conversion queue. Okay, and then we'll say conversion queue. Now, in conversion convert, before conversion convert, we have get conversion queue. Pub fn get conversion queue, and you obviously like don't like that because I'm stupid. Get conversion queue. Pub fn get conversion queue. Whatever that is, I just want the top here. So the conversion queue has to resolve to a vector, obviously, because it's a a vector of, and I'm gonna say pub struct conversion task pub Markdown project string and pub profiles resolved to a set of templates. So it's just a template, pub template string. So conversion task. Let mute queue equals vec. So you're still unsure what I'm doing, but you're soon gonna realize that I don't know what I'm doing. It's that simple. That is atrocious. Profile. Profile. Get template names. And your option string. Okay, that might actually work halfway decently. So if we have to get the base thing out of the way, if templates dot is none and profile is none and Markdown project is none, we have to push all the templates for the default profiles. And that means we need to so first of all I need to assert that that if profile is cannot specify both templates and a profile, because I don't want to handle that case, return error. Error. No. Result. Return error. I cannot specify both templates and a profile. Wonderful. So then so I specified nothing. So then we'll say get Markdown project. Markdown project. Wonderful. Project. That's Markdown project management. I don't need that. I may need that. That is actually really handy. Do we use it down here? Why don't we use it down here? How do we do this? We iterate over the Markdown projects. Some true equals smart clean. If let some true equals smart clean, then we do this. Okay, fair enough. Oh my god, no, that's not what I wanted. Markdown projects in manifest, clone or unwrap. Jesus, why are you like this? Get Markdown projects does return and convert manifest. It does return an empty vector. And it's entirely possible that someone has... I mean, what are you making? Hi, Dax Sharma. I am making a TiefDownConverter. TiefDownConverter is a templating engine. Not really. It's a templating tooling. So if we... let's just demonstrate. So I've got a fun thing. What do I even have? I have documentation in Markdown form. I can show you that here. Down here is docs, and I have a lot of documentation in Markdown form, like a lot of documentation in Markdown form. And I want to convert this to different types of... Oh my god, this fly! Sorry, I get distracted too easily. I'm gonna try and kill it. I didn't manage to kill it. I have a lot of Markdown and I want to convert it. So the idea is take all the Markdown files in a folder, convert them to an intermediate, which is here in CLI, docs.tech. It converts... No, that's not it. I'll put pandoc native. No, I'm not doing pandoc native here. Oh no. Regardless, it converts it to a common... it converts all the Markdown files to a common thingamajig, and it's amazing. And then it goes... convert it using LaTeX. That looks like something like this. So if we say TiefDownConverter convert -p docs, and I have to type correctly, it converts Markdown projects. So first it converts the CLI docs, it converts the template PDF documentation LaTeX, then it converts the template to PDF documentation, then it converts EPUB documentation, then it converts GitHub page documentation, so on and so forth. And then it converts the lib documentation and the man documentation and the index HTML. And all that happens in one command. Can it make research paper? Yeah, sure it can make research papers. Research papers is a little bit more annoying to write in Markdown. But, so let me see what I can show. That's difficult. That should work. So I'm a hobbyist writer. I write books, and so the abstract of TiefDownConverter is this was my Python script to convert my Markdown to LaTeX, and that is just horrible and awful. So the abstract is I define a manifest. I have my templates. I have a Markdown there. Apparently version 1 of TiefDownConverter. Gee, I haven't touched this in a few months apparently. So the idea is I have my Markdown somewhere. New Beginnings 2. I have my chapters of my book. And when I say TiefDownConverter convert, it's probably gonna crash. Wow, it didn't crash. What? Version 5, it did a lot here. Like set the Markdown project to the output and stuff. And defaulting to output as the title. A for book converted EPUB. Okay, yeah. And then we have current A for book. That's current underscore A4 and current.pdf. Okay. Then we have two thingamajigs. We have a book. That's the idea. And we have it in a book format. So something that you can read as a book. And we have it in A4, which is a little bit more readable. I'm glad you need the service. It is fully open source and free, and I can show you how to install it. Namely, you install it using cargo install TiefDownConverter. This might turn into a tutorial today. It installs the version 090, which is the most current version, and it takes a while. It takes a little bit. I'm really passionate about this project, if you haven't noticed. And then you can like cd mkdir. Actually, let's go into cd documents. Sadly, it doesn't have a nice interface. I need to care about that. So we're gonna make a test project. We're gonna cd into test project. And we're gonna say TiefDownConverter init. Now, if we just say TiefDownConverter init, we get a simple project. So if we say TiefDownConverter project temp list templates, we have a template.tech, which is just template type tech, and has nothing else for it. So let's open it in Visual Studio Code, because that's another thing I'm working on. Yes, I trust the authors. Is a Visual Studio Code integration. So we have a template.tech, simple LaTeX template. You can use typist as well. And we have a Markdown file. Test document is a simple test document for you to edit or overwrite. So let's just say abstract and rename this to abstract. In this paper, we consider the impact of LaTeX on our mental health. It's good, by the way. That's my abstract. As you can see, I've written a great many papers in my life. And then we're gonna add a new file, chapter 2. Let's just call it chapter 2MD, because I don't know what I'm gonna write. God, so many chat windows. I hate AI. It's constantly. When considering the impact blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to copy paste that a few times. Actually, let's, when considering the impact, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. Lorem ipsum dolor sit amed. I don't know how it continues, but I don't know. Pain. But we need text to fill the page. Okay. Why? No, come on. Thank you. So, that was a long version of just like doing this. So, the idea is we have our manifest tunnel, it does stuff, and we have templates and meter to tech. And I'm gonna fill in the author as TiefDownConverter, which is me, and the title is LaTeX impact on mental health of developers. Because obviously that is how we call it. And then we can say, and that is the kicker, TiefDownConverter convert. It's gonna convert a Markdown project, and it created a template tag. So let's go into documents and under test project. No, test project. We have a template.pdf. We have our contents, TiefDownConverter, our current date, because that's just what I did. And in this paper, we consider the impact of LaTeX on our mental health. It's good, by the way. And our text. It's relatively simple. But the really interesting part is, okay, I have my my LaTeX template. I want a typist template. So let's say TiefDownConverter project templates add typist version. Actually, there's like yes, I'm reading my own help now. Template file, template type, templates help. Was it here? Templates add help. Where is my? There's the custom preprocessor, filters, template type, template file. Did I not document this? Okay. Where was I doing this? It's in const. Possible typist templates. Template tip.tip. So, Jesus, I should learn to. Is it boilerplate? What exactly do you mean with boilerplate? I mean, there's a little bit of boilerplate, but it's actually trying to keep it down. So I'm gonna add a template tip.tip. It creates a template here, just a simple preset. And as you can see, it includes the output.tip. I'm gonna get to why that is important later. And we have, once more, a meter. So title is the same. And I'm gonna make this even better soon. Subtitle, I don't actually want a subtitle. Oh god. So I'm gonna remove that, and authors. Authors is TiefDownConverter. TiefDownConverter. So, and in I'm gonna remove the subtitle because we don't need the subtitle. And then I'm going to convert again. the cool thing is, now it's converting the template tag and the template tip.tip. And now we have two. We have one file that has the same content and another file that has different content, or the same content, but a different formatting. And why would you want that? Well, for example, if we just say template tip2.tip and we say letter, paper, US Govlet. Oh my god, what is that all? Okay, we're gonna say like A5 because that's easier. If we convert it now, no, we first have to add. Well, if we convert it now, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna put out the same two files because in our manifesto toml, if we look here, it specifies these two templates, but doesn't specify which templates to use. So either we can go in here, say template 2tip, typist, and we can say output equals our output, but it is boring. We don't like that. The other way to do this is to say TiefDownConverter template project templates typist template 2 add, and then we're just gonna say dash help because I forgot the thing. Template file is template tip2.tip, and the template type is typist. I think I have to write this lowercase. And the output is doesn't matter, filters doesn't matter, preprocessors doesn't matter, that all doesn't matter. So, and now, as you can see, we have another template here. Typist template 2, typist with the template file, typist template tip2.tip. And if you say convert now, it is going to convert all the fun stuff, and it's going to throw us a typist template 2. Which is now A5, so a smaller page size. And if we say want to change our content to generate random words, I don't know. That's fine. If we convert it now and go into our thing. Actually, I'm gonna close all of these. Typist template 2 has this content. Template tip.pdf has this content. And template.pdf also has the content. So we're essentially abstracting the we're abstracting away the boilerplate. Now this is the simplest use case, and it gets more complicated. It gets a lot more complicated, actually. So, for example, as I said, we have documentation. I wrote documentation for TiefDownConverter using TiefDownConverter, or rather, the documentation is managed as a TiefDown project. So writing is relatively easy. You just write your Markdown as you would. But, and that's where it gets painful. I don't think I have an example here. Oops. Whatever. That's where it gets painful because, as you can see, this is quite a large manifest toml. So we have something called preprocessors. Preprocessors is probably the most important concept here. So if we make a code block and make it how do you do this in Markdown? Pandoc Markdown. Pandoc Markdown code block. So we can say probably like latex. No, let's say Rust. Pub fn toasters. Cool. And a result test. Return. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. So as you can see, we have syntax highlighting in Visual Studio Code, but if we just like convert this now and look, well, if we look at the typist templates, it has syntax highlighting. That's nice. We love syntax highlighting. If you look at the LaTeX template, holy crap, what is happening? I haven't... What? No, okay. That's... okay. So the idea is, I want to use listings. So I go into my template.tech, I say use package listings. Was it listings? And then we have to add a preprocessor, because if we just like do this, and if we look at the resulting LaTeX file, which is in our folder, there's like conversion folders. That's not particularly interesting, but we have this output.tech, and it just does like horrible stuff. Sorry. If we go into here and say TiefDownConverter project preprocessor preprocessors project preprocessors project preprocessors preprocessors. Oh my god, it has like stuff already. Add if we say preprocessors add arc, project preprocessors add listings. Let's look at the help. We can add CLI arcs, namely listings. Now, what does this do? It tells Pandoc to use listings instead of whatever it's doing there. And we have to add it to a template. So templates template.tech update, and let's look at the add preprocessors listings. Preprocessors cannot be set as no combined output is set for the template, right? Combined. What was it? Preprocessor output. Temporary.tech output.tech. So if we say convert now, that was a long-winded way to say this, but if we look at output.tech now, it is in HTML, because I forgot that we have to say update listings and -to tech -h add -h remove list help. Okay, let's try just adding it. I don't know what it does if I do this. Does it do the right thing? No, it doesn't. Bug found. TiefDownConverter. TiefDownConverter. Oh, Jesus Christ. TiefDownConverter. Bug tracker. New issue. Bug. Add preprocessors can be duped. Okay. I just wanted to explain preprocessors. So we have to add to tech because of reasons. I'm not sure why that doesn't work, but that's fine. And if we convert now, unknown format tech, so we're gonna change this to LaTeX probably. LaTeX. Convert. And if we look at the temporary file now, which is output.tech, we can say it uses LST listing. God, that was a thing. So, and now, if we look at the template PDF, it actually works. And it doesn't look trash. So pubfn toast is cool, blah blah blah. Now there's syntax highlighting stuff I would have to do, and I'd have to look that up. So let's look it up. In our docs here, we have template. Template has a docs.tech. It imports listings, xcolor, graphic x, and LST define style, set style, default font features I don't need. So we're setting our styles. We have listings imported. We probably need xcolor as well. Section fonts. Okay. I didn't want to save that. I wanted to save that. If we convert it now, it breaks. Because I use background color, back color. And back color, apparently, is set somewhere. Probably defined somewhere, like here. So let's try that again. I loved LaTeX. Right, and now it's like nicely formatted. I don't know how to get syntax highlighting. I probably don't have it in my primary documentation either. If we look at lib LaTeX documentation, no, I don't have syntax highlighting. Oh, that's great. It's beautiful. So, what else can I say? I think that's the gist of it. That's the whole thing you needed to know about my wonderful project. And I wanted to get to programming, actually. Where I'm like, so where do you put these code GitHub website? It's on GitHub. The code is on GitHub. There's a TiefDownConverter, and in theory there should be a release. There is no release. My workflow broke. Oh no. Oh right, that was a thing. I'm gonna make a manual release real quick because draft a new release, select tag 090, generate release notes, and we need the binaries. So I'm gonna duplicate this window and go into actions. Fix release tagging run. 3 jobs completed, and none of them worked. And I'm gonna download these 3 archives. I said I'm gonna download the free archives. So, I'm gonna extract them here. So I'm gonna delete the old archive. Sorry, I'm a little bit protective of my downloads folder. I need to override that. So these three go into here. Uploading a file now. Uploading a file now. Uploading a file now. Publish, release. Set as pre-release. Publish, release. So version 090 is now up online. So as I said, if you want to look at the code, if you want to make issues, this is on GitHub. I'll paste the link in the chat. If I can find my mouse cursor, https github.com/TiefDownConverter. Yes, I'm very creative with my naming. Please tell me I didn't mistype it. No, I didn't. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to install it, I suggest you use Cargo, but you can just like download your architecture. So download the Linux version or the Windows version or whatever. And yeah, what you have to consider when you install TiefDownConverter is that you need Pandoc. You need either Typist or HeLaTeX. So if you only work in Typist templates, which is reasonable enough, you're gonna need Typist. If you only work in LaTeX templates, which is also reasonable enough, you're gonna need HeLaTeX or just the MacTeX installation or TechLive installation, or MacTeX actually works as well. I tried it. So you need 3 programs. Pandoc is required always, but the other programs are depending on your use case. You can check whether you have all the dependencies installed by saying TiefDownConverter, check dependencies. And then it's going to say all dependencies are installed. And if I deleted cargo uninstall typist CLI, and I said check dependencies, that didn't work. Interesting. I can't uninstall Typist? Weird. So yeah, that's TiefDownConverter. If you need more information, which you might, because TiefDownConverter is a pretty complicated piece of software. There's a little bit of information on the GitHub in the README. But if you want the real documentation, you can go to, and now I need to not mistype it, GitHub.io TiefDownConverter. Wonderful. Can I share my clipboard, please? HTTPS GitHub.io/TiefDownConverter. It's also in the chat. Please tell me I didn't mistype this one. No. So there's the documentation in all its glory. This is just the base documentation file, and you can go to the CLI docs. And there's a lot of documentation here. you can customize CSS of EPUBs. You can, let's just like pre-processing. Pre-processing is a very important part. Custom preprocessors, conversion, custom processor arguments. And then there's the usage details, which is like half of the whole thing. And then there's like, hey, you want to contribute? Go ahead. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for TiefDownConverter. And I need a short break. I will be back soon. Yeah, be right back. I am back. The decision button. Hi. Right. We were talking about TiefDownConverter, and one issue with TiefDownConverter is that when you say have a large project, like my documentation, you can either convert a template, which is nice, but it converts them for all Markdown projects, which is another concept I won't go into too much because it's actually quite complicated. And we want to make a new switch, and that is my goal for today. So get conversion queue is going to get the Markdown project. Actually, that's not really what I need. I'm gonna open my monster I just brought because it's nice and cool for now. Ultra Rosa is a wonderful monster. So I need to get all the Markdown projects. Okay, / to-dos. Get all Markdown projects. Resolve resolve profiles for Markdown projects. Resolve templates for profiles. Add to queue. Not implemented yet. Oh, wonderful. We love not implemented yet. Okay. I'm curious what it would do, but that is not fun and not the point of streaming programming, to just let an AI implement it for you. So, we need to get the Markdown projects. So, let Markdown projects equals get Markdown projects. Gets the Markdown project. Project path to the project directory should be fine, actually. Found Markdown projects. God, this fly. This fly is still sitting here. I need to not get distracted by flies. So each Markdown project, for Markdown project in Markdown projects, we need to get the profiles. So we need to add to the queue. So queue.push. Conversion task, Markdown project is a fly on my finger. I'm so annoyed by these things. Oops, sorry. The thing is, they're just like everywhere and constantly. And you can't get rid of them. You just can't. It's like so annoying. Unless you kill them, which maybe I'm gonna try to do. I know I shouldn't hit my computer screen with a fly swatter, but I did regardless. It didn't kill the fly, and the fly swatter fell to the floor. Markdown project. The Markdown project is the Markdown project. The template is so we need to get the profiles. So I think I know it's rare, but this logic is the same as when Markdown project isn't none. So I'm gonna get the Markdown project equals so we need to load the manifest. Let project do we do this down here as well? Yes, we do. Project path does not exist. Project join manifest toml. I like that. I like to copy that. I don't like it particularly, but I'd like to copy it. So we now have the manifest, which will say Markdown projects equals manifest dot Markdown projects let Markdown projects equals projects unwrap or name blah blah blah. We have that down here, the unwrap command. So yeah, I'm doing the same thing as I said I don't want to do, but I kind of have to because otherwise it's not gonna be reasonably usable. So we have a Markdown project, a vector of Markdown project. For each Markdown project in Markdown project, we're gonna grab the profile. Because the profile is none, right, we need to filter it for the... Okay, we're gonna stay with simple implementation and refactor later. Markdown profile project, default project, default profile, so dot default profile if let some ref profile equals profile y ref profile. If, oh my god, no, that's not where I wanted to go. Equals profile, then we'll say, so we have a string of a profile using profile. I don't care. So then we'll say let template equal none. You want a pointer. That's so stupid. Why do you want a pointer? Are you just like accepting that? Honestly, it should probably both be pointers to make sense. But like, you know. So some profile. Get template names. We already have, if there's a profile and the profile exists, then resolve the available profile plus the template. Else, no profile is already defined. Else, all templates are converted. Oh, if I want to only convert the temp, okay. So that makes sense. We already have the logic to get the template names. We don't need to do some profile thingamajig. For template and templates, queue push conversion tag Markdown project template There. And another closed one. And it's amazing. We don't need to say some profile. We do need to point it. So this is the case that we need the Markdown project in any case. No, we need them here. We need them in any case, and we need to filter them in case that okay, I need to drink some Monster. We need to filter it for the Markdown projects. Let Markdown project equals if let some Markdown selected Markdown projects equals Markdown projects. Then we'll say Markdown projects selected Markdown projects if let some selected Markdown projects selected Markdown projects, because you don't want to write this. God, else Markdown project. Yeah, sure. Yes, I know that there's a semicolon missing. So we need to filter Markdown projects.filter contains MP name. Yeah, actually, that's just it. AI once more shows me that it's not too stupid at writing code. I, however, am. Okay, so we have our Markdown projects now. We're iterating over the Markdown projects and we're pushing the Markdown projects profile templates into the queue. The queue continuum or something like that. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Oh, I don't have the Discord link in my description. Oh well. Doesn't matter. No one's gonna join my Discord anyways. Apropos Discord. Okay, no one chatted. Don't breathe in while you're drinking Monster. Fuck. Hey, Morbid aus dem Orbit. Welcome to hell. It is awful here. I would advise, I don't know, hiding. Okay. So, if template is none and profile is none, we're iterating over every Markdown project that is selected. Yeah, it's just like home. Like, look at this. This is also hell. My nose is not cluttered. There's a word. I think it starts with CL. Oh well. So we have a Markdown project. We're adding the template. Clogged. Thank you. Clogged. That was the word. That was indeed the word. We have a Markdown project. So if templates is not none, profile and template is never none at the same time. If templates is if there's templates selected, we're passing the templates. If a profile is selected, if profile if profile is none, there was a nice way to do this in Rust. Does someone know? Well, there's not too many people in chat, so do you know how to do this? Like a null collation. If let some profile equals profile else Markdown project default profile. Is this how you do no, this isn't how you do null collation. Some profile. Expected enum sref, and you're like, hey, found reference. Okay. Profile.clone. It's like literally a string. Thank you. I think that should actually just work how I expect or how I want it to work. So we're making a queue, and the queue will get passed into here. Conversion queue. Back conversion task. Now, pandoc, blah blah blah. Project exists. Manifest path. Manifest. Converting project to string lossy. Okay. Compile directory path. Create build directory. Markdown project. For Markdown project. We need to change this. For conversion task in conversion queue. Converting Markdown project. Conversion task. Dot Markdown project. Okay, I'm stupid. This has to actually be a Markdown, the Markdown project itself. Markdown project. Templates string should be fine. I don't think we have another way to do templates. Markdown project. Check. Dot clone. Borrow partially moved value. Default profile. Dot clone. Default profile, and we don't need a clone here because it's gonna be moved. No, we apparently do need a clone here. Yes, I'm just cloning everything because I don't know how to do this. So dot name, and instead of that, we're gonna say Markdown project. Let Markdown project equals Markdown project. Let templates sum back. We're gonna think about that. Let template equal. Oh my god, this fly. Rumpf. Angry fly anger. Gonna get them. Anyways, template equals conversion task to template. So profile. We don't need these anymore. Templates selected. We can like... No, we are not gonna do that. Info. Converting Markdown project with template. Markdown project with template. Markdown project name. Template. Okay. Don't have that anymore. Get template mappings from name. Where else is it in use? Only here. Okay, that's wonderful. This is just a string now. It returns just the template mapping. Template. Oh my god. Template iter find mapping name equals template. Does that just work? Hope it just works. Debug. That is a useless statement. Template. Find. Okay. Or else. Template could not be found in the manifest. Wonderful. Okay, or function that returns result. Who imported that? Yeah. Where is it imported? What? Conversion task stuff. Template. Okay, or RIA or IR into result team mapping or IR. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, no, we need to clone this. Right. We have our template. Mapping. From name. We don't have resolve template mappings because resolve template mapping for template. 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 Template dot name. Markdown project compile directory path. Markdown project blah blah blah. Copy template directory, input dir, debug, merged metadata fields for template in templates. Doesn't exist anymore. Convert template, template. That's it? Wait, does it compile? No, there's an error here somewhere. Consider the referencing here. Get template names. Okay, fair. And now the conversion queue found enum result. Use of moved value here, and this obviously it's just a path buff. How bad can a clone be? Okay, conversion task is private. Perfect. Pub conversion task is no longer private. Conversion convert. Okay, I want to try it. It sounds fun. I know it's probably gonna break everything. Git restore docs. Git commit -am. Markdown specific conversions. That makes no sense. That commit message makes no sense. Minus dash amend. Markdown project selection when converting implemented. That makes no sense. Like, that's not English, but it's close enough. Cargo install path CLI. Okay, someone has to tell this guy that we're going to 091 in cargo tunnel. 091 alpha.1. Actually, you're not wrong. So I'm gonna copy this and go to cargo.toml here. Okay. Git commit -am. Update version. And then we're gonna say, move the microphone a little bit, sorry. Then we're gonna say TiefDownConverter convert -p docs -t GitHub documentation. We did it! People, friends, that one person that's actually watching. We did it! Woo! That is gonna trash my log. But that's fine. CLI docs with template PDF documentation later. Yay! CLI docs, then it converts lib docs. And actually, now that we have that, why not parallelize it? Guys and gals and other non-binary beings, I don't know. How about, what do you think? How about parallel conversion? TiefDownConverter could be converting in parallel. I mean, it would probably break everything because we don't have locks. And we have, oh my god, no, we're not doing that. But it would be a flipping amazing idea. And with that, my dear fellows, my fellas, it is time for me to go. Have a wonderful evening, or day, or morning. It's 10 a.m. for me. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you all next time. Bye now.